Hey guys, it's Steph with Team Fuzion. I'm going to show you today my technique for encapsulating my Fuzion colors. So to start with, I have taken all the product off the nail down to the natural nail. I've applied my bonder of choice. I like Cohesion, but it's really up to you what bonder you're going to use. And then you're going to apply a thin coat of clear or pink base. Today I'm using clear base on the entire nail. Now when I encapsulate my colors, I apply my base nice and thin. I almost just paint it on from cuticle all the way to the tip. Make sure that you don't have any product touching your cuticle. And then cure it in your light for about 30 seconds. Because it's so thin, I just flash cure this. So today on this client, I'm using Risque as my color builder. It's a really beautiful dark plummy purple. And I'm using my brand new Fuzion brush. These brushes are awesome for applying color. They allow you to get nice and tight into the cuticle, and I'm going to show you exactly how I use it. One trick that I like and find helpful when applying my colors is after I've cured my base, I take my brush that's just clear of any product and I just lightly brush away a little bit of that dispersion film. I find that I'm able to get in closer to the cuticle when I do this. Now I'm going to start by picking up a bead of color on my brush, keeping the product on one side, and I'm going to drop it onto the nail and work behind that product, gently pushing it towards the cuticle. I'm very careful to keep my product as thin as possible near the cuticle so that as it grows out, you don't have a big bump at the back side of the nail. Now I've picked up a second bead of product and I'm going to continue to float that product into place. I'm not painting it on. I'm staying on top of the product. I have not warmed up this gel at all. I like to work with my Fuzion colors and sparkles in their consistency as they are. And I'm just gently working that product across and towards the tip of the nail, making sure it's level. Now, if you get any product that touches the cuticle, which you can see I have a little bit touching right at the bottom, you can use a little detail brush. This one I got, it's just a no-name brush. I think I might have bought it at Michael's. And you can detail and remove any product that you've made contact with the cuticle. This is an important step because when you are finish filing, you don't want to take your nail machine into the cuticle area. So you want to make sure that you don't have any product touching there. And then you can cure. Make sure that you cure. This is a UV only color, so I'm going to give it a full 2 minutes in my light. Okay, so our product is cured and now we are going to encapsulate this. I'm using SL Clear to encapsulate. And I start by putting on a slip layer. Again, being very careful to get it on the whole nail and not into the cuticle. A nice layer. And then I'm going to go back with a little more SL Clear and float in any of my low spots and adjust my shape and build my structure. In my opinion, one of the best reasons to encapsulate is so that you can have a perfect finished shape. So now I'm going to finish file this nail that I have encapsulated. I've intentionally stayed away from the cuticle area with my e-file. I find that when I go near the cuticle with my e-file, I end up filing through my color. And because I was very particular with how I applied my color and encapsulated it, it's nice and thin and only requires a light buffing around the cuticle area. So now let's finish this up.